All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. So as you guys know, Jean-Claude Van Damme is an action star known for his incredible physique, hence his nickname, Muscles from Brussels. He appeared in movies such as Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Street Fighter, Double Impact, Lionheart, etc., many mixed martial arts movies where he became well known for the physique that he brought to those movies. He was one of those, typical 80s, 90s action star physiques. And he was actually a competitive bodybuilder prior to becoming the action star that he is. Now, he wasn't a professional bodybuilder, nor was he a very prolific bodybuilder, but during his bodybuilding career, he did end up winning the Mr. Belgium competition. Now, obviously, as is evident from his own physique, Jean-Claude Van Damme was very interested and involved with bodybuilding. But what I think a lot of people probably don't realize is that Jean-Claude Van Damme's current wife, Gladys Portuguese, was actually a very successful professional female bodybuilder. Now, during the 1980s, Gladys Portuguese was actually one of the prominent female bodybuilding figures in the industry. She appeared on multiple magazine covers, and she even placed within the top 10 at the Miss Olympia competition on 2 separate occasions. Now, keep in mind that the era that Gladys came from was really the era that female bodybuilding was first getting started. This was the very beginning of the Miss Olympia competition and also the very beginning of what female bodybuilders were supposed to look like. So obviously compared to today's bodybuilders, today's female bodybuilders in particular, Gladys looked a lot different. She didn't look as big. She didn't look as muscular. And bodybuilding back then for females was more heavily focused on being aesthetic and being kind of this beautiful, fit woman. Now, in addition to all the magazine covers and just being well known in bodybuilding circles in general, Gladys's initial claim to fame would come in 1985, where the sequel to the iconic bodybuilding docudrama Pumping Iron would be released, Pumping Iron 2, The Women. Now, as the title suggests, Pumping Iron 2 focused mostly on the female side of the bodybuilding industry, specifically the lead-up to the 1983 Caesars World Cup female bodybuilding competition. Now, interestingly enough, this competition was created specifically for this Pumping Iron 2 movie. It wasn't something that was around prior to this movie. And the movie focused primarily on 2 bodybuilders, Bev Francis and Rachel McLeish, and not so much on Gladys Portuguese. She kind of had a background role in this film, but that was where her initial notoriety, you could say, came from in bodybuilding circles, and kind of breaching more a mainstream audience. Now, just 1 year later in 1986, she would begin her actual acting career by appearing as a bodybuilder in the movie The Morning After, which had 2 really big name actors, Jane Fonda and Jeff Bridges. So that was a pretty big deal for her to appear in that movie. Now, interestingly enough, she would marry Jean-Claude Van Damme just 1 year after appearing in that Morning After movie in 1987, and they had 2 children. Now, they did divorce in 1992 when Jean-Claude Van Damme had an affair, but they ended up remarrying in 1999, and they are still married to this day. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it would be a nice, fun little piece of bodybuilding trivia that a lot of you guys might not have known about. So please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching the video. Nick Strength and Power, signing out.